Right. So this video today is about rushing, about achieving goals, about running in life. Okay, I've got a client, and I spoke to client, and he asked me the question: how to be fine with no rushing, not feeling like you need to rush to do everything in life to reach some end, some kind of goals. Okay. So let me explain. Let me break it down. What does it mean rush? What does it mean to rush? What does it mean to kind of look into now moment? And let's go through little steps of what is going on. Let's break it down, this all rushing thing. Okay, so a human being is being born, being conditioned, going through life, and then continues seeking for the goals, reaching some kind of goals. Okay, so they want to reach those goals, and they rush, they do everything to reach the goals, thinking that these goals will make them happy. And look, this is the scenario, like everyday scenario. Okay, you probably heard millions of times that you are running and rushing thinking that this will make you happy, the goal will make you happy. Okay, and the bigger goal achieved, the happier you are. However, let's look into this a little bit different way. What do you sacrifice? What do you actually lose when you seeking for the goal, when you're reaching this goal? And first of all, you sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your health, and you sacrifice the now moment. And if you are not in the now moment, that means life is not running through you. You are not where the life is, okay? You are somewhere else, either in the hopes or somewhere in the regrets that you didn't do well enough and you didn't reach that goal as yet. Or you are in the hopes that tomorrow will bring something special, and this something special will help you to reach those goals, okay? So let's look into the fear. Some people fearful that if they will not achieve something in their lives, they will miss on something, or they will be losers. Okay, they will be losers. That they will not have done anything in this life, and they will die. Nothing will be done. Nothing will be left for their children or whoever or whatever. So now look into those things. Look back into those things. First thing first, you are living in fear, and you vibrate fear of missing out on something, and fear that something will not be achieved. Okay, two things. You're living in fear. Living in fear means you vibrate fear all the time, and that means you are getting more of the situations where you are fearful, and then you kept stuck in that rut, in that run, in that rush, where you have to run and be fearful. All the wise books writing about this wheel of samsara, and I always like to give this example, that if you vibrate something, if you run, if you are fearful about something, or if you worried about something, you'll receive more of that. And then if you are searching for something, you will receive that what you are searching for. Okay. But then whatever you believe, this belief will show up in your life, regardless of good belief, bad belief. If you believe that you have to do something in entire life, if you believe that you have to run, rush, and achieve something, and if you do not achieve that, then you will be a loser, then life will actually confirm that to you in many ways, and you will see yourself as a loser very often, and you will keep running, and you'll keep rushing, and you'll keep doing everything to just achieve those goals, and so on and so on. Okay, life always shows you what you believe is true, whether it's a good belief or bad belief or whatever belief. So what you need to look into, what makes you rush? Where are you running? What goals are you after? Are they really meaningful? And what will happen when you will achieve them? And one more question: what will happen if you will not? Have you ever asked yourself, if I will not achieve those questions, even it will not achieve those goals, even though it will take me entire life, what will happen then? How will I feel then? Why not think about it right now and already now think what you're going to do if you're not going to reach those goals? Okay, so it wouldn't be any surprise. And then act and see what to do to what shall I do to actually achieve those goals, and what is the other scenario? How can I sabotage it, and what will I do to actually not achieve those goals? What will I do to not achieve them? Okay. Now, the other question is, what is your life worth? What are you doing here? Okay. This is very, very important thing. What are you doing here? Are you living life here, or you are chasing some kind of goal? You chasing someone else's dream, or you chasing the dream of buying something or having something because your neighbor has it, or because you want to prove something to your mother or to your spouse or to your children? Why are you doing these things? What makes you wake up in the morning and go and run, go and do those things? Get anxious, get frustrated, get upset, and work 100 hours a week? What makes you do those things? Okay, what's your motivation behind it? If your motivation is fear that nothing will be left after you die, well, believe me, you will be forgotten the moment you will die. I mean, oh, well, 100 years, something like that, no one will remember you anymore. Now, let me put your attention to the value of life, to the value where life really is. Because life is in this moment. Life is in the process. Life is in the moments you live right now. What are these moments filled with? Are they filled with fear that you are going to miss on something? Or are they filled with relaxation, peace, wisdom, love, care? What are they filled with? You know, this Western way of life, I don't want to go into detail, always gives you an option to run just after another goal, and another goal, another university, another work, another job, another something. Do you think this is the meaning of life? Have you ever stopped to smell the flower? Have you ever really seen you in your hands? Have you ever really stopped and looked at the forest, at the trees, at the grass? Sorry, I'm not going to cut it off, okay? Have you ever really seen what's going on around? The dew, the fog, the moon rising, the sun rising. Have you ever seen these things? Or you've just seen running all the time? Okay? Ask yourself these questions. And you know, you can look at those things. You can just look at them and say, yeah, of course, yeah, this is sun, this is that. But that's not what I'm saying. We all know the labels. We all know this is tree, this is flower, this is something like that. Have you ever really felt? Have you ever really looked at it, at the structure of it, at what it is, what is behind all of it? Have you ever really looked at yourself that way? Going deeper inside and understand what is the meaning behind all this life? What are you doing here? And who you are altogether. So, I bet if you didn't do these things, then what is left for you is to rush, run, and deceive yourself sometimes and believe that when I'm going to reach those goals, I'm going to be happy. And doesn't matter that when you reach those goals, maybe you're going to be broke, or maybe you're going to be sick or old or whatever, and you will not want to enjoy those things. And then you'll look back at life and you'll think that this is not done, that is not done. Where's my daughter? Where's my son? Have I spent enough time with them? Have I spoke to them? Have I gave them some wisdom? Okay. Or have I got the family? Or have I, done something meaningful for me, for myself in my life? Have I done those things? And well, life can be wasted, but life is wasted when it's not lived. Life is wasted when it's not lived. Life is wasted when you are not present, when you did not realize what you really want in this life, when you did not ask this question enough, what you really want in this life, what you really think about what's going on in life, what is all this life altogether. I know there is a lot of spiritual bullshit telling, that this is an illusion, that this is whatever, this is nothing's going on here, some intellect, or all kind of nonsense you can find on the internet, that we are just nothing, we are just whatever. That's another extreme, okay? I'm not saying about those things. What I'm saying is slow down. Even if you are rushing and running and doing the work, slow down. Slow down. Rush slowly. Slow yourself down inside you. Let your body run, but you be slow. Calm down. Of course, there is a lot of background in what I'm speaking about. There is a lot of things that needs to be changed and understood inside you. There's a lot of things need to be understood. But you have to begin somewhere. You have to begin doing something today, this moment, right now, okay? To stop and ask yourself those questions. Who am I? What I'm doing here? Where I am going? What is the meaning of all this beautiful life? What will be after it? Am I lying to myself? Am I trying to, give myself certain answers so just not to bother about anything, so not to stop, not to look deep, but just brush through and just forget about what is all this about? That's also possible. You can continue this way too, but 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 if you want to really be successful in being who you are, in really sensing this life, then the only option I can tell you is understand who you are. Are you this body? Are you this mind? And if you are not this body, and if you are not this mind, then who you are? What is that soul? What does that spirit mean? What is the meaning behind those words? And where you are, in a position to this body, then to this mind, who you are, and what do you represent in this humanity? Okay, because many people live in the prison of their minds, and then they want life to adjust to them, just everything around them. Life can adjust to you too, but it has to happen in a little bit different way. It has to happen through decision making, and it has to happen through understanding who you are and clearly stating who you are and what you're doing here. I hope I'm not confusing you too much, but that's what is the answer in essence to that question, okay? How to be okay without rushing. How to be fine with not rushing. So yeah, that's all for now. Stop, calm down, and as always, I invite you. Chill, relax, step back, give yourself time to not rush. Stop yourself and ask yourself the questions I spoke about. Okay? That's all for now.